Okay, welcome back, everybody. We're still trying to work on our cameras. Hoping we'll have that soon. So we shut down after just as they were figuring out the score for the second end, and Rebecca, we were speculating that she had 3. She did in fact have 3, so she was up 3-1. In the third end, she opted to go for kind of like a medium length. She was a little loose. Giulia was holding a couple about 2 feet away, and then Rebecca just had an absolute star with her fourth ball that Giulia couldn't get off, so she went up 4-1. And then in the last end, both ladies were a little on the loose side, but Giulia was the one that was closer. I don't think Rebecca got one within a yard, unfortunately. So Giulia got a 3, so that's knotted everything up at 4-4. Now Giulia's got the mat back again, and she's pulled the mat up a little bit. It's a little more of a medium length here. So we're all square at 4-4. Giulia's holding 1. And Rebecca's got a couple balls behind, and Giulia's got another ball behind. So I think we actually have a picture to go with it. Oh no, it's just Gary Barnes and Steve Arantes are just frantically working as they've been doing all morning and all day, every day through this week to try and bring you these images. There's Giulia's trying to draw in a second. I think she's done it. I think those are both in. Rebecca's third. She's probably about a yard through. See if Rebecca could get one in here. Yeah, just it's kind of like how the last end went that we didn't show you. It's just a little loose. She just had that spectacular fourth bowl in the third end, which, like I said, was just a dead draw toucher. I was able to get the shot, but now Giulia's looking like she's going to try and add a third here. All right, so I think it's probably 3 right now. Rebecca really could use getting a bowl in here. This thing's going to start to get away from her. This looks a little heavy. She got a piece of it. I don't think she got enough of it. An interesting choice to try and offer the going heavy and try and push something out. I guess if she didn't feel like her draw was working, she'd try and come with weight and see what she can get. But probably going to be another 3 spot for Gallo here for Dova G. But I'll let the ladies sort it out.
Is it a big deal to ditch this picture-in-picture entirely? Is that a project? No, I can just take it off. Alright, I can just take it off. Oh, let's see if it recovers.
Yeah, so it's another 3 spot for Gallo to go up 7-4 after 5, playing to 21 points. Another interesting thing about this match is rare that you have actually 2 defending champions, 2 returning champions that are playing against each other. Giulia won this event, the women's singles, last year, and Rebecca Nguyen won the women's pairs with Anna Witt last year. She was leading with her for the Central Division. As both pairs events were won by the Central Division in their home club of Milwaukee last year in 2024. And so far, Rebecca's 2-2, and Giulia's 3-1. Only loss coming to Ann Nunes late yesterday, so she's in solid second. Rebecca's in, I think, a 3-way tie for third at the moment. The guys are can jostle each other, working on cameras, adjusting things, trying to get it work. I know we had an issue with the camera controller, didn't work at all this morning. I think the solution was they let it dry out. And that was what it seemed to work. It just needed to be warmed up just enough. maybe some residual moisture got to it, even though we're covering everything up. We're leaving it out as opposed to hauling it in and out and saving us some time in the morning, but apparently not enough. And once we could dry it out in the sun, then it started working again. Strange. All right, there's Giulia's first. Now, pretty good one by her. Maybe 2 feet. As Rebecca really needs to start finding her weight here. That's a pretty good shot there. That's on the better side. And going to the forehand again. Ladies were favoring it early. Was favoring the ditch hand. Now they're switched over. It seems to come to this hand. Get to this with both their forehands coming around. Giulia a little short there. See if Rebecca can get something duplicate. Yeah. I think she had the probably pretty good weight. Just kind of got a little wrecked into Giulia's in front there. Giulia's going to probably just keep there. She's got room to draw and go around. I think that's what she's going to do here. And stick with the forehand. Yeah, a little short by Giulia. And Rebecca looks like she's going to switch the backhand. It's a little dicey with those balls coming in. She might be, don't know if she's going to be able to make it coming through. My first try with the pen and see if that's working today. I don't know if she's going to try and go around or inside half of this bowl here. Main thing is you don't want to hit this square and push it in. Push it in for shot. That's the danger on that hand. She was pretty weighty. Kept it in. It's way in the back, but it's in bounds there. So she got best back out of it. Interesting play. With that weight, I was almost thinking if she's just like trying to do the promotion with her ball pushing up or the kind of a chop lie on this one. Both ladies have one more bowl to come. All right, I can see Giulia. She really could play either hand. It's just what she feels. She could play this way and get the promotion. She could hit this hard and push her Rebecca's out, or she could do the clean draw all the way around here, knowing that she's had a good look at it. All right, she opted for this hand. I think she's probably trying to press with the weight she's got. Yeah, pretty good. Didn't exactly, I mean, that was obviously an option. The main thing was to get that out of there and have some weight, and as opposed to hitting this ball into that ball and pushing out. She happened to hit this one, and on the side, push this out. So I think she's probably got two. I think these two are probably the counters here. I think you probably see Rebecca come all the way around and try and get to here. I mean, Rebecca's not afraid to come with weight. She was the last time. I think this is the better play, but if she feels the chop lie and kind of likes this hand, and she could hit with a couple yards of weight, so then this ball goes, and then her ball kind of trickles in and stays. It might be what she's trying.
Yeah, could you switch this one to...
Sometimes you just, if your draw is just not working, you're going to try something different, but she's going to opt for the draw. I kind of like this play, and she's even got her own that she doesn't have to push that far to get it in.
Or we take it out of the scene entirely.
Yeah, just kind of floated around behind, hitting that ball. Probably going to be two more for Giulia, but we'll see.
No drawing. Six CF9.
I mean, Joanna Marker's already kind of got it on her hand. So yeah, it's two more. Wait, now it is two more. Okay, now it's official. So two more for Gallo. So WG goes up 9-4 after 6 ends, but we're playing to 21 points. Giulia getting 8 points in the last 3 ends.
9.
Yes, sir. 9-4. You see her putting it right on the, looks like right on the tee there. If you just saw it for a second, or they have a little chalk marks. And the tee is the 2 meter mark, so that's the minimum distance that you could put them at. It's got to be at least to that point. The front edge has got to be at or on, on it or past it, all the way up to the first hog line, which is indicated on the left side there, but we'll get to that in a minute. So she's opted to kind of play at the mat there, and then she's got the jack kind of on the shorter side. It's almost like a minimum distance, near minimum distance, because the jack has got to be at least, I'll show you the 21 meter mark, which is just all the way in the left here. If you look this way, here's the little mark right there. And so that's probably right here. So this is probably near minimum length here that she's going with. And she's about jack high there.
You need to rotate that camera.
Yeah, it's the wrong camera is the problem.
Okay, so what should it be?
So try 5.
There's Rebecca just finishing behind. That's a pretty good ball there. Right behind it. We're still working on our pictures or images, so you're getting a good shot of Joanne. Now we're switching over, so hopefully we'll get it right in a second. There's Giulia with her second. Rebecca's maybe a foot behind here.
Is that going to stick now, you think?
Pretty nice ball there.
Yeah, it should.
Nice ball by Giulia, but Rebecca's still holding. Coming again. Got the inside half of that ball. Good weight again. So the drastic kind of change with the length and weight really hasn't affected Rebecca. If anything, she's a little tighter with it. Julia's switching over. I think she's trying to be nice and positive. She took a little weight off of it. A couple yards short with that one. She wanted to really probably play it through and try and hit either the bull or the jack there. Going to switch Rebecca over to that hand as well, since that one's probably in the draw line. Just be a little careful here. Doesn't want any movement. I think it's going to hang out a bit on her. Don't know. Let's see if it makes it all the way back. I don't think so. So again, the jack is, you just kind of make out the shadow here. There's the shot.
Stay there.
We're going to come and take a look at it. So I think what Julie was thinking is to come on this hand, and again, I'll do a topographical. So there's, let's do this. So here's the jack, and then the bull behind, and then Julia's got her bull back over here. That's kind of that. So then she's wanting to play this way and see if she can hit the jack and knock it over to her own bull, or come around and hit this bull and sit it out so that she sits there. And ideally, if she gets that bull out, more than this far away, then she'd be laying 2. So that's what she tried the last hand, or rather the last bull. I think she's probably going to try it again, because this bull is probably blocking her in front.
I'm hoping that.
But now she's got a good look at it to see how far away it is. I mean, it's not talking really heavy. You're just trying and essentially just draw into this bull here. It's giving a good look here. Just missed. Maybe a little too heavy. I mean, she didn't want to be short, but, just a little less weight, and instead, the path of her bull, instead of being, heavy through, if it's a little less weight, it's got a little more bend, and it might have hit the action. So it was a good try, though, and good thinking, good try. Well, Rebecca, she played this hand before trying to add a second. She could come around if she's not worried about this one and come to this bowl to get a second, or my guess is she's just going to do it again and just try and draw. No, here we go. She is going to try this hand and come to this bowl. Now that she had a look at it, I think she reconsidered. As long as she's around that front one and can get to the back one, I think she's pretty short here. Ooh. Yeah, just a little short. Not too bad. I don't think she got in there. Need another foot or two. And Joanne's already saying that it's one. Oh, it is two. She did get the second one in there. Good for her. Well done, Rebecca. This was a bad angle. I couldn't see that she had two. That's great bowling. So two. So it'll be cutting into the lead there. So it's Gallo 9, Nguyen 6, playing at 21 points.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
You get the jack figured out first.
All right. Now Rebecca with the mat now. Got it all the way to the tee this time. So again, you could just make out the chalk mark. So that's that 2 meter mark we were talking about, or we, like we're having a conversation that I was mentioning earlier. So Rebecca's kind of pretty much going, I think, near maximum length. That she's got just one mat up. So this is going pretty long here. Not a bad play by Rebecca to try and do something radically different. See, sometimes you're just trying to see if you can find something, kind of probe and prod and see if find a weakness in your opponent, find something that you play better than your opponent. So, but she went into the ditch with her first. The only kind of danger with that is that you find the opposite happens, where it's something you absolutely can't do and your opponent does. Usually you're going to have something that you practice that you know that you can do well, and then you can bring it out when it's game time. So hopefully Rebecca's had time that she's like, I know I could go tee to tee. I practiced that during the days leading up to it. I know what the stroke needs to be. So Giulia's probably a couple yards short. Let's see if both ladies can make the adjustment here. Yeah, better bowl by Rebecca. Managed to get fortunate to miss Giulia's, but she did make a correction on the weight, about a yard short. Interesting if Giulia's going to stick with the. Yeah, she going the backhand, which is what I expected. This is a little more open here. Doesn't want to hit Rebecca's in any closer. Just have a clean draw here. Pretty good effort here. Just kind of sailed by a bit. Yeah, probably about 4 feet through. Rebecca trying again. She switched. I wonder if she's sticking with that same hand, the open hand here. And it looks like she's kind of heavy again. Yeah, and it's in the ditch. Even knocked the rink marker off, so that's the line. She finished right at the rink marker and knocked it loose, so Joanne replaced it there, or marker, Joanne Hitchman. I think they're trying to get her feel. Giulia wants to know if she's holding or not. I wouldn't think she would be, but there's weird things with the camera. Clearly. Yeah, Joanne can't tell. So both those balls are about a yard away. pretty good effort there. Nice ball. That should be shot now, for sure. So Rebecca's got a target. She got to beat that ball. This looks really good. Really good there. Wow, what an adjustment. Should be in, I would think, for shot. Giulia's got her last. Interesting to see. I would think she would just try it again. I mean, she just rolled this one. So just the smallest adjustment, you know, just to make the adjustment, try and be in here would be good. Definitely want to. She could hit the outside of this ball, that would help, but I think she'd probably just trying to come clean to the jack. Coming with weight instead. She's going to just try and take it right out. And she hit it. Wow, got a great result too. Hit it on the button and got some jack movement and a great result. I think she might have 3 out of it. Just wait for the official. Oh. Well, it's 3 for. I think Joanne's got the wrong paddles there. Because Giulia's got the mat and Giulia had everything. Yeah. There we go. I don't know what the plan. And she's. It's easy to do. Okay, there we go. I was like, what did I miss? All right, 3 for Giulia. Great shot there. Very creative shot. And a really good result as well. So now it's 12-6, Gallo. Creative shot, and then also just, I mean, she got a good result out of it. She hit it right on the button, did exactly what I think she wanted to, was hit that bowl, and then had a nice little result of where it ended up and where the jack movement came. So that worked out really, really well for her.
It's 5F16. The inset, the picture in picture, 5F16.
All right. I think we're finally getting our picture-in-picture. Still working on it. They're checking the length to make sure that it's long enough. Okay, I think it's good. Well, it is probably, again, near minimum length, but now Giulia, instead of being back on the 2-meter mark, she's up near the first hog line, you know, close-ish, and then she's got the jack kind of on the long side. So she's keeping the medium length but using this different set of grass. It's an interesting, just kind of playing it all over the place. She doesn't. It's not like she's found something and she's sticking with it. It's like she's kind of just trying to change it every time. Sometimes there are people that have that as their strategy. They're just like constantly. I refer to it as like putting somebody on a yo-yo. And just like you go short, you go long. You use this green, you use that green. Just figuring I can draw better than you no matter what, no matter where it is. And they're not going to let you get into rhythm. And both ladies' bowls are a little long. And probably about 2.5, 3 yards through there. Steve's working on the camera. Giulia's holding at the moment, but a lot of room to draw here. And even that one's not that close, but Rebecca's probably going to just try and go underneath it. Well, she reacted like she didn't like it. Yeah, basically just the same, almost the same bowl. She's got both her bowls behind there. Julia just needs a small adjustment. Something between the two would probably be pretty good here.
I think it's either on or off. So how is it? Changing the connectivity shouldn't change it that much.
Adjustment. Well, I think Joanne said it just touched the jack because she's marking it. And Julia should be holding 3 at the moment. Still a lot of room for Rebecca to draw, though. There we go. That's a good bull there. She's should be holding shot now. Julia could just try and take that bull out if she wanted, but I think she's, given that she doesn't have the back bull, she's just going to stick with trying to draw and having a lot of room to draw. Very nicely done there. Very nicely done with the 4th. Right behind. Very nicely done. Becca just want to confirm that she's got second shot, and she does.
Like 20 seconds.
She is just kind of standing there, but her picture is frozen, but I think she's thinking about what she wants to do as well. She might be thinking about the drive as well, since she's got the 2 best backs, and if she gets a kill, she's probably get it. I think she's just weighing in her mind what it is she wants to do. Draw it off. There. Okay, she's figured it out now, I think, what she wants. Yeah, going with some weight here. Yeah, she got it. That's well done. Great bowl by Rebecca. Really nicely done. You could see the thinking because she had, you can't see it on the screen, but she had the 2 best backs behind this bowl. She had 2 of her bowls, so she could either hit the bowl like she did and moved it out to get shot here, or if she could have, with the bowl there and hitting the jack, likely it would go out and it would be the kill, and then she could get the 2 in the back. So, but it's 1 for Rebecca. Great last bowl there. Down, she now down 12-7, playing 21 points.
I took out the picture.
See what Rebecca does this time. We haven't been very consistent. It's keeping our camera guy Steve on his toes as far as where they're going to put the mat this time. Rebecca's opting for maybe a yard up or so. She might be going long again. I think it's headed all the way back. Let's see if it stays in. Yep. So you could see Joanne replacing it on the, put it on the 2 meter mark there, right on the tee.
Something went right today.
All right, here we go. Rick playing the her backhand. It's getting the ditch hand coming in. See if she can get a good first bowl here. Not too bad. Maybe a yard, 4 feet short. A little off line. Lots of room for WG here. She was going to keep traveling. Good traveling. Yeah, good opener right here. And put her in an interesting spot too. I'm going to have Rebecca switch over. She doesn't want to push this ball because of the distance here in the line, she's not sure if she's going to be around it or not. So,
Hold on here.
and she's out to just switch over. Yeah, a little short there. Now let's see what Giulia does. I wonder if she's worried about that ball being in her way. Nope, she's not. She's going to stick with coming on the backhand here. Or if she's going to go around it. I would think she'd want to go around it. Because again, with this ball here, you got to pick a side. Nope. Looks, I don't know if that's what she's trying. Yeah, under it. And just inside that ball. That's well done. To get to 2. But you're looking for a little bit better pass here. Get those couple yards. Got a couple of short ones. And she's down 2. She needs to really be up into the head here. And man, and she knows it. She's like, it's actually right in the path that Giulia just played. So now I can see Giulia adding, maybe with that same path, or just take a little bit more grass because her path before was right here. So now with a little more weight, maybe coming around and get to the back with that same line. We'll see. I don't think she wants to come under again because she'll probably hit those 2 balls. So yeah, just caught the edge of that one, but it still might trickle in. Not sure if she's got to 3. Or Rebecca's not hesitating. I can understand when she's be a little upset with herself after those last 2, especially the third one. See if the fourth one's better. Really needs to get something up in the head. She's down at least a couple, maybe 3 here. Yeah, just kind of got a piece of her own and pushed Giulia's in closer. So Giulia's got at least 2. Don't know if she got the third. I think that's what she's trying to kind of use her foot as a little leverage. But you're not allowed to put something, if you're wondering, like between the jack and the ball you're trying to kind of measure. You can't put like your foot in between. But she wasn't doing that. She was putting her foot kind of here to try and see what this length is, what this length is, to try and help her out, which is perfectly fine. So I think let's see if she's going to go round. She's going to stick with, yeah, I would think so. Stick with this and try and maybe be clean and not touch that one and come around. Work on this ball here. There's a chance for a 4 here. If she could hit this ball and follow it, that would be a pretty good shot. Coming around it clean. Yeah, that was a good weight for it. Yeah, pretty good effort. Might have got it in. It's definitely 2. It's just a question of whether she got 3 or 4 on it. It looks pretty close between all of those. But you can see with this weight, if she would have hit this ball, then that one would have gone in for sure, and then hers might have followed in for 4. And Giulia's going up and get the count in a minute. Three it is. So it's 15-7, playing at 21 points. So one of the other things that's going on is that because we have 7 rinks that we're playing, they're on both greens, but yet there's supposed to be 8 matches at a time, is that we're stagger starting one of the singles matches. So that's how we got the Nunes Gallo match, is that was the staggered start for the match, or for that round. And then when this was the first one to clear, it was our rink 7 for the singles match that was on it. And so they put the stagger on it here afterwards. So depending on the speed, we might get a bonus game for the stagger start here for the ladies potentially, but we'll see what happens. I'm trying to kind of eyeball to see who it is that might be playing. Looks like it's, if I had to guess, don't quote me on this. I'll give you a hint, but don't hold it against me. But I think it's Northeast Michelle Arcouli. Looks like it, which we saw earlier today. And I just can't tell. Okay, don't hold me on it. See, if I don't say anything, then you can't hold it against me. That's probably a wiser policy. It'll remain a mystery. All right. In the meantime, Giulia's kind of kept to this short length here, but now she's kept the mat back, you know, like maybe up a couple yards, and has got the jack up a couple yards. So it's interesting. She's kind of rotating the grass around and just keeping to this kind of shorter length. So the first one's, you know, probably a meh bull, maybe about 4 feet short. I think she'd prefer to be through.
Roger that.
There's Rebecca. And she's a couple yards through. Maybe 5 feet. All right, Giulia's second. Just needs to make the adjustment. Add a yard. Yeah, nice adjustment there. That's a pretty good bowl. Probably maybe a bowl short at most. Again, sticking with the lady, sticking with the forehand here, playing on this kind of, should be the ditch hand, should be a little narrower. Wants to take a little weight off, but not too much. Just going to keep traveling. No, just short again. Julia probably is going to, yeah, she didn't hesitate. She just kind of crossed over. On her backhand, she's got her own ball that she can work on, or just float it around. It looks like she's doing here. This looks really good. Really well done by Double G, and it flops right behind it. Great shot there. Let's see if Rebecca just tries to draw a second, or if she goes a little aggressive early here. Yeah. Don't know if Rebecca was betwixt and between, but she went very heavy with that one. But she does have the two best backs, so I think Giulia's, she could either add another one in, or she could put one all the way in the back. She's holding two at least, maybe three, but that's why I think she'd probably be wise to put in the back, and I think that's what she's doing, is just trying to match. Yeah, so she got best back. I think she's even definitely got the tee. Might be right on the tee, within a foot of it. Because the reason why she wanted to cover the back is if the jack moves back, then, I mean, if Rebecca hits it, then she'll get the point. If the jack goes out of bounds, then it gets respawn on the tee. So you usually want to have coverage in the back or on the tee for somebody who's got a good weighty shot to protect against that. So it kind of takes away that option. So Giulia, given that she was holding a couple, she's got at least two, maybe three. So we thought that's enough. And you can't take, I really can't take both of these bowls out. I don't see the world where both of these go out with one shot with the spacing. So she have to just put one all the way behind on the tee. So that way if Rebecca does come with weight and the jack goes out of bounds, then it'll get respotted on the tee, and is right where Giulia has her bowl. See what Rebecca does. Last time she was in this position, she kind of did come with weight. All right, she's opting to kind of go for a little overdraw here, trying to hit one of these two bowls. And she got the outside bowl, but I don't know if she moved it enough. She really wanted to move it and try and be further away from one of her own bowls to try and cut it down. She did hit the target, just not with enough force to move it. So Giulia's going to get at least one, and now they're going to look and see about whether she did move it enough or not. She might have just made it out. I think they're going to, Giulia's going for her tape, I think. And Rebecca taking the one out, so we know Giulia's going to get at least one here. And now it looks like she gave her second one. Just a question of the third that they're going to measure. Yeah, so the one that she did, that Rebecca did hit, that kind of trickled back in here, was in the counts. And that's what you see a lot of people do, is put a towel, that way they don't forget. And make sure it's like, yeah, you're in agreement, and they don't say, well, was this the head or is this a point? And that's why you put a towel down for that. measure, and Joanne's getting the word, and 3 it is. So Giulia did have 3. So Giulia gets to 18-7. So kind of at that magic mark of when you get to 17 or higher. Now any end can be the last end. So Giulia's gotten 9 points in the last 4 ends. Outscored her 9-1 over Rebecca. All right. So now Giulia's again kind of doing the yo-yo here again. So she's kind of got the mat up, maybe about halfway, and then it's got the jack. So instead of the short distance, kind of got like a medium distance. So the I'm double checking. All right. All right, Giulia's first, a little short. There's Rebecca with a beautiful second bowl. That's the kind of thing she needs. Trying to get some bowls in the head. Don't let Giulia just kind of walk away with this. Great bowl, Rebecca.
Who are we putting on ring 7 next?
All right, all the producers and all the powers that be are talking. It looks like we are going to probably bring you barring something drastic happening, bring you another women's singles match after this one. Look at that. Giulia's just in rare form. Well, for her, not that rare. Really, she's an excellent bowler, and that was just a spectacular shot. She's played well. When she's had to make a conversion, she's made it without too much difficulty. And there you get, great cam work by Steve there to be able to show you the bowl just absolutely crushed onto the jack. There's no way you can get that Rebecca can do anything to stop it. Well, the only thing she could do, actually, here you go. Here's a special rule for you all. So this is because this touched the jack, then it's a toucher, so it's in the ditch. So a lot of people would say, well, I'm one down, I can't do anything. I'll let Joanne kind of get out of the way so I can make my point. So Rebecca's bowl here, though, is a toucher. And if a toucher goes in the ditch, then it could dislodge other bowls in here. So she could play this with weight, knock it in here, and if it happens to hit this bowl or the jack, then whatever movement happens is what happens. This doesn't happen all that often, but that is the rule. So, all right, Giulia's got her. Giulia drew again. She's got another bowl here. I think her image might have froze somehow. Giulia's just drawn another one here. So she's holding 2 at the moment. There's Rebecca's next. She gets a nice little rub, but she puts it up between her 2. So I'll try and show you since we've kind of, I think the picture froze. We've got another bowl here, and then Rebecca's here.
Can somebody please tell me who's going to play on ring 7?
All right, Giulia trying to draw. If she can get another one in, and she'll be holding the match. And they were starting to see the bowls kind of come in. Her image is kind of flickering a little bit. I think Giulia's other one just kind of came up short. It was this one is still in motion. I think it came to about here. 2 and a measure, she says.
Somatic. Michelle.
All right, here's Rebecca's last. Really needs to get it in. Just kind of fell on the bowl in the ditch, so. Well, it's 2 and a measure from what Joanne said, so. Yeah, her camera came back now, so you can kind of see what they got there. So it's just a question of, is it 2 or 3?
Yes, he is. I switched everybody to 15.
I think they're measuring, they're just eyeballing this third one. It's definitely 2 for Giulia, so she'll be at 20 worst case. Then I think it's a measure to see if they get 21 or not, if it's over here.
I thought we were moving them to ring 7 when this game is over.
All right, so they're measuring this third one. If this Giulia's in, then this thing's over. I think we'll be able to tell whether they shake hands or not. So it's 2, I think. Yeah. All right, so Giulia gets to 20. So it's 20 to 7 now.
2 for Gallo.
That's, yeah, it's two very.
So Giulia's just needs one more point to win this thing. Rebecca's got to run off 14 points straight in order to take this match from Giulia. It's a tall order. Told her to get 14 points period off Giulia, much less 14 in a row. But see if Rebecca's game. All right, Giulia again trying something different again. Pulling the mat up pretty close to the hog line, and then you'll see this jack probably get to the tee. She's very much doing the kind of the yo-yo here.
It's on the tee now. Let's do it.
Yeah, and you can see just that chalk mark there, which is that's the 2 meter mark here. Is this here? And we call it the T because usually you indicate it with a couple dots to indicate that there's markings, this way and this way to kind of show you that it's this far and then this is the center line. So that way you can make sure that you put it in the same spot. So she's probably maybe a foot or 2 up from that. Oh, okay. I guess she wants to try this to have a little fun, see if she can put the jack in the ditch with the first one. But again, this is another play that people do, kind of where you do this and then you try and hit the bowl and hit the jack and knock it into the ditch. So you could just kind of freeze it in there and then basically you're shaking hands and it's over. But I haven't seen it work too often. You have to be really, really good to be able to hit it just right. All right, Brecker's first, a couple yards through here. And Giulia obviously tried the jack in the ditch with the first. Now she's just going to try and draw with her second.
Talk to you, please.
And she's about a yard through, but holding. See if Rebecca can.
Why do we have radios?
People are shutting them off is the problem.
A decent bowl by Rebecca. Just a couple feet short. There's Giulia's third now. Probably about 4 feet short there. So Rebecca's holding one. Just needs to make a small adjustment. Probably be good for her to add a yard. That'd put her right behind. Yeah. Well, similar weight, actually a foot short. So, but she's holding two right now, and Giulia's got the last bowl. Interesting switch to go around here. Well, she got second shot out of it. Able to cut it to one. Assume Rebecca's just going to play the forehand, see if she can. Now she can just kind of draw and just sit here. All she's got to do is beat this bowl to get to two. Just a little heavy. So it'll be Rebecca stays alive. She gets one to get to 8. So 20 to 8. But now Giulia will have last bowl throughout. So Rebecca's got one. She got 13 more to go. But she'll be able to set the distance.
Howard, come in, please.
Okay, so Rebecca's kind of keeping the mat kind of near the 2 meter mark, and this is kind of going to be, I think, let's see where it ends up. Medium, probably about a medium length here.
Next.
Right. There's Rebecca's first. Really needs to be pounding this jack. She's got no room for error. Great start here. That's what she needs. Great first start. Great first bowl. Looks like Giulia's going to go on, kind of try a jack her bowl shot on the forehand here. Again, she only needs one, and she'll have the last bowl throughout this match.
Zoom in on.
Close. Don't know if she got there or not. But now it's Rebecca wants to know, and I don't blame her for wanting to know what the situation is with everything.
Joanne, get out of the way.
All right, here's Rebecca's second. We're getting a good shot of Joanne here, unfortunately. And Rebecca's coming up. Just looks like it's going to be a little short. Yeah, she's a couple of short, unfortunately.
Somebody tell Joanne to move, please. I don't know. Howard answered finally, but
All right,
this is such a mess.
there we go. Rebecca's trying to get up there, and yeah, she's going to be just missed her line. Giulia was a little short with hers. All right. Giulia's got a little room to draw here, and she could even be a little positive and push on her own to get hers out. So she could afford a little positive bull here if she wants. She's looks like she's a little short too. Don't know if she was even trying to block of some kind, but Rebecca's got to try and get all the way around and get in for a shot. Didn't quite see. I'm still not sure who's holding and who's not holding. Oh, good ball there.
Rebecca's line.
Good ball finished right behind for Rebecca. So she's holding shot now.
Gotta fight.
2 down. Yep, so she does have 2. All right, Giulia kind of getting hit in the front, so it's going to be, should be 2 more for Rebecca, so that's 3 that she needed. So now she's got it to double digits to get to 10. So 20 to 10 now. Again, Giulia just needs 1 more point to win the match.
She gets 2.
But Rebecca's not going to make it easy for her. So 20 to 10 now. And Rebecca will have the advantage of being able to set the mat length from here on out. The reason why is because if Giulia, whoever scores, goes first. So, and Giulia just needs to score. She's never going to roll a jack again.
You're getting pretty good at this, Steve.
I like one camera to do this.
All right. Rebecca can kind of go in. This looks like a little more like a medium length here. Really, again, really wants to make sure she can get that first ball in. Just kind of pound that head and just kind of get balls in the head. And
Good ball.
again, another good start here. Yeah, real good by Rebecca. Giulia trying to jack her ball shot here. Coming up a little narrow. Again, Rebecca's really just wants to keep getting balls in the head at the moment. She can use every point she can get and make it a little easier. Suppose they're trying to win 11 ends in a row. Maybe get a couple 2s and make it 6 or 7 ends instead. Came up short there. Not what she wants. Giulia's still got this jack or ball shot that she could play if she wants to. She's a little short. Really need to be up and positive. Rebecca really needs to get every ball she can get into the head. Got to make them all count here. A little short again. Yeah, unfortunate. And even if she had something in the back, at least it would keep it from Giulia from just being able to just drive it all out. All right, Giulia is again trying to go all the way around, see if she can be positive, get to the jack or the bull here. This is going to be pretty close, but hit her own. So Rick has still got 1. She's going to probably switch over now with all these kind of traffic here. She's going to try and come in here, this side. She could even come off this bull to come in. That'd help her. See if she's got the weight. Nope, short again. It's unfortunate. And Giulia can do it, you know, she just, this bull goes, now she doesn't even need to move the jack. If this bull goes or she hits the jack, and then it's over. Yeah, she's just gonna rip and fire, see if she gets something. Nope. All right, Rebecca will survive another end. So it should be one more for Rebecca Nguyen to get to 11. So it's 20 to 11 now. All right. Rebecca again probably is just going to stick with this kind of medium length. She's been playing it really well. Has been getting a good first bowl in. That's been key to her being able to get these points, winning the last 3 ends. Decent opener by Rebecca. Just maybe a foot or two behind, but room for Giulia to draw. And really just needs one really good bowl. That's enough to end this match. It's a little short there. Now here's Rebecca again. She's getting it up and through. Still maybe 4 feet through. Giulia just needs to add a yard, 4 feet or so to get in for shot. She's got a couple bowls that she can work through. Just needs to beat those 2 in the back. It's around the front. That's a good bowl there. All right, well now Giulia's holding the match. So Rebecca could, she'd kind of freeze her up for playing this hand. She could play that jack or bull shot, and if she gets the jack and could drag it to here for 3, that'd help the cause. Trying, she's got that bowl, I think. That's well done. Well done there. Rebecca holding now. Who's going to try the forehand and see if she can play a jack or bull shot this way, preferably getting the jack to her bowl or getting the bowl out. Either one works. Good effort here. Ooh, just might be a little short. I think Rebecca's going to find out from the marker. Yep, she's holding 1. So this bowl here of Rebecca's is shot. But it's kind of surrounded by 2 of Giulia's. All right, Rebecca is going to go up and take a look. She asked questions about what the head was like, but now she's just going to go and look anyways. right. There's Rebecca. Got to be really careful. I mean, this should be a pretty safe hand here, and she does have these two balls around, so. It's probably a good. The only danger is if she happens to hit her own out, so. She can probably play it really free, actually. She just, it'd be really unlucky to give it away. There, that is a great shot there. Boom. Definitely holding that one. I just don't know if she kind of one in, one out with pushing that one closer. It could be two. And then Giulia, you know, it's down, two down here. She doesn't have any position here. Giulia probably come off on her own bowl. She does have this one over here is hers. So she come off and she could get shot that way. But Rebecca's playing kind of inspired.
Giulia's gonna fire.
Let's see here. Giulia's away. She's see how the pace goes with this one. And just kind of missed everything narrow. So Rebecca's going to win another end. It's just a question of how much. Is if it's one or two.
Rebecca's holding on. She's down 20. No, we're staying that way.
Did Heather give you the decorations?
Not yet. She said she was going there.
Oh, but she brought it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can.
It's two for Rebecca. So two more, 4 ends in a row. Now 20 to 13. So she was at 20 to 7, needing 14 points, and she's gotten 6 of those. Again, the situation still really hasn't changed. Rebecca's going to have the mat. Rebecca's going to be able to roll the jack, set the distance. And then Giulia's always going to have the last bowl.
Gary, do you want anything to eat from inside?
No, thank you. What's with these guys walking through the rink? I've got a new
All
system.
right. Rebecca back to kind of this length that's been working for her, and she's been able to put bowls in the head, which is she was kind of struggling with it early. And she's got another decent bowl here, just a couple of feet away. She was really having trouble, like even getting one within like 4 or 5 feet early. You know, as Giulia kept changing the length on her. And now she's been able to keep this length of hers and has been able to find it and going on a little run here. Giulia's needs some weight for an opener, just not enough grass. Like I said, both these ladies were national champions last year. Giulia in this event, the women's singles, and Rebecca in the women's pairs with her partner Anna Witt. Just pretty good weight, just kind of missed the line twice. Still room for Giulia to draw. Anything with a couple feet will get her shot. Just a little heavy there. Able 4 feet through. I don't know. Let's see how Rebecca's goes here. See if she can get find that line. And yeah, pretty good. I mean, she could be holding 3 right now. But Giulia's got a couple balls that she could run into on that side. Again, Giulia just needs 1. What's the weight going to be here? Is the weight going to get up? Don't know if she made it. I think Rebecca's going to ask. I think Giulia's short by a good solid yard, so I don't think she's in. Two and a measure according to our marker, so Rebecca's got to like the sound of that. All right, Rebecca trying to draw another one in. This looks pretty good. Yeah, just kind of running a steam, but Giulia doesn't have anything particularly close here, so I think the question is whether that one was in or not and what the position is. So, but again, Giulia just needs to draw one. If she can draw one in and just beat, even just kind of a going around, let's see what hand she's going. She could drive the jack if she wants, or she could just draw around to this bowl and beat that, and that should be enough to get her shot. Yeah, just kind of like really missed the line there. I mean, had a good weight and just kind of really missed the line. Just kind of really, just kind of struggling all of a sudden. Rebecca's going to get multiple here. At least three.
4.
So it's a full handful for Rebecca. Just what she needed. Now it's getting even more interesting. 20 to 17. She's won 5 ins, was down 20 to 7. Is now won 5 ins in a row. 10 points in that. Cut it to 2017. Now Rebecca, any end, can be the last. If she gets another 4, she wins.
Camera's frozen. Now it's unfrozen. I have no fucking clue. There we go.
Yeah, I know, it's all jerky.
All right. So Rebecca's kind of going back to this kind of medium length that's been working for her. And she's been able to put bulls in the head here. This is the thing with singles, it's just never over, even if you get somebody to 20. I know of games, I've played in games where somebody was up big. I've been in a situation where I've been up big on somebody and they came all the way back. Singles can be very fluky. If somebody gets their, all of a sudden can just get their match, can just get their weight right, then they're good. I have a little trouble with our fidelity on the camera, so Rebecca's first one, a little looser than it's been. She really needed to keep it tight, and it's probably about 5 feet through, so gives Giulia an opportunity to get her first one in. This looks like a pretty decent start here for Giulia. Maybe a couple feet short. Oh, it's Giulia the one that's getting one in there first. Does bode well for Rebecca, but there still is room to draw. Rebecca a little heavy here again. She might have been trying to jack her bowl shot or something, but I'm thinking she's probably just thinking draw. So Giulia just wants to try and add a yard, see if she can get behind her own. Pretty good bowl here. Is it going to stop? Yeah, another solid bowl by Giulia. It gives her 2 kind of in the head there. Rebecca's third, down 2 in the head, and 1 is too many. See if she can get one in here. I'll definitely cut it down at least, but might be holding, don't know. Giulia's not really worried about it. She's just going to try and draw, I guess. And try and go on the forehand, see if she can go around, hit her own bowl. Don't know if she really wants Jack moving here. She could also be covering that back, but I think she's just going to try and draw here. Yeah, just kind of found her own behind. Now it's just a question between those two bulls as to who's holding. They don't really have a good angle. We might find out here in a minute. Okay. Rebecca thinks she's down, or according to the marker, she's down. So this is the shot, and this is the one that's close. So probably Rebecca could come to her bull here, and that might be enough. But right now she's down the match, so she needs to get something in, or it's probably over. Well, not probably. It should be over. All right, it's away. It's chasing it. Oh, don't think that was enough. You just needed the inside half of that, but she hit Giulia's bull in front, so Giulia should be holding. So I don't think Giulia's going to roll it. She's done. So good comeback by Rebecca, but just gave up a little too much too early. So Giulia's got the 1 point here finally, and made it a little interesting though. But so it's a 21-17 victory for Giulia Gallo in this 5th round over Rebecca Nguyen. It's my understanding that we are going to take a brief pause, and then we're going to bring the backup game that was the like I told you, that everybody has like a rolling game for the singles, because we have 4 singles games that are supposed to be played, but we only have 3 rings available. So there was like a staggered start, and so I think the plan was that we're gonna bring you the staggered start. So we're probably gonna cease this match in a minute, and then we should bring you PIMD's Janine Maddock versus the Northeast Michelle Arkley. So we're going to end the stream now, and then we'll bring it up again, and probably after the next 10 or 15 minutes. So for Gary, Steve, I've been Scott. Thanks very much. Talk to you soon.